This reaction is brought to you by my $5 or more patrons at patreon.com/AlexHeitz. I'd like to thank Identitech, TFG, William Myatt, Steve Aldersley, Kurt David, Jason Bates, at HawkGirlVideo69 on Twitter, Mason Frost, Matthew McLaughlin, Andreas Glacial, Biff C, B Jabber, and Joey Enough for sponsoring this video, supporting me, my family, the channel. I appreciate it highly. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the end of the Gothic trilogy. Oh, yeah. For those of you who don't know, I have done all of the Cure albums up to this point, plus Disintegration a while back. I should have those linked in the description if you would like to go check those out. Yeah, today we are continuing forward with the next album. For those of you who don't know, I do these album reactions unedited on my Patreon, patreon.com/AlexHeitz. For $10 a month, you can get access to all of my reactions from Modest Mouse going forward, unedited for $10 a month. Have a few people over there subscribe to that, so if you want to go check that out. Also, just $1 a month to support the channel, greatly appreciated. Gets you access to polls that I do every 2 or 3 albums where people get to vote for which album I listen to next. Pornography. The Cure, May 1982, Gothic rock, post-punk. So this is more or less considered like their best album after Disintegration. Very highly regarded, considered a favorite among in the Gothic trilogy. Yeah, it's on RYM. It's #1 for 1982, even above albums such as The Dreaming by Kate Bush, Thriller, Michael Jackson. You know how it goes. I don't really have a whole lot to say here. These albums have been very simple. The last 2 albums have been very simple, very short. This one's a little bit longer. It's 43 minutes. Only 8 tracks still, but they're a little bit longer. So I'm wondering, I don't know like what this is going to sound like. Is it going to sound super angsty? Is it going to be a little more ambient, kind of like Faith was, where some of the tracks, especially like All Cats Are Gray, that's what it's called, right? Just kind of like brooding and slow, which kind of foreshadows some things that they do on Disintegration later with, they're almost 10-minute long tracks on that album. So I don't know what to expect here. With longer tracks, I'd like to hear a little more of that soundscape work, but we'll see what they got. We'll see what they got, and we're just going to jump right on in with the first track, 100 Years. Dang, what a powerhouse of a track. I know that people consider this to be like one of the best tracks on the album. There's other Cure tracks I like better, but that was very compelling. Production was a little wispy. I don't know. I don't know if I'm listening to a remaster or not, but there's certain elements of it that I liked a lot. There's certain elements that I thought were okay. I liked the fact that it didn't really get boring. It was compelling from beginning to end, which is a lot to say for a almost 7-minute post-punk track. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I'll have to kind of let that one sit for a little bit, I think. A short-term effect. There's something about this music. As far as like composition goes, there's like dissonance to it. Um, that's very like unique. I mean, to a certain degree. It's like half of the bass in this was very straightforward, almost like borderline like a poppy or new wave kind of sound in the post punk vein. But then like that guitar over the top of it, it kind of almost sounds like whammy applied rather than like it could be string bending, but like the two almost like clash in a certain kind of compelling way. Yeah, I thought that one was good as well. It almost had a little bit of a brighter note to it. The Hanging Garden. This is, I think, the B-side to 100 Years. See what we got. Solid stuff. Solid stuff. I'm not like, I don't know, maybe kind of ruined it for myself by doing Disintegration first, but I'm not like completely blown away. But this is definitely like shaping up to be the best early Cure that I've heard so far. I'll probably enjoy their poppy or new wave stuff more. Just subjectively, personally, I enjoy that more than post-punk or gothic rock. But as far as those genres go, this is really solid work. It's driving, but it's also atmospheric. It's a nice little combination of kind of what they were trying to sounded like what they were trying to do on the last two albums, but this is a much better cohesiveness, I think. It's a bit stronger. All right, Siamese Twins. I got some strong Disintegration vibes off of that one. Like, there were certain individual tracks on 17 Seconds and Faith that kind of felt like they were pointing in that direction, but I feel like this is finally like one of the first ones that felt like this could have fit into like the back half of Disintegration pretty easily. And I'm down for that. I'm down for that. Okay, side B, The Figurehead. Bro, it's 1982. I'm sure there's a shower somewhere. Why are you complaining? I really like that one actually. I don't know if I would say it's like my favorite off the album so far, but I again, like Siamese Twins, I dug the kind of like chill, coasting vibe. It was compelling the whole way through. I haven't been bored during this album at all, actually. In a way, maybe Disintegration was a good primer for me on that. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going. A Strange Day. You know, I can really see it. Um, like there's it's riding a really good line between because like on one hand, like every track could sound very different and there's no cohesion, or it sounds very samey and there's too much cohesion, right? Where it's like I can't tell one track from the next, but it's finding a really nice sweet spot. It's it's smaller than Disintegration, obviously, because how long was Disintegration? Hold on, let me look this up. Pretty sure it was like what 60? Yeah, almost exactly 60 minutes. So it has an extra 17 minutes on it. Um, so it got away with being a little more varied. So far, this is not as varied as Disintegration, um, but it's compelling. It's enjoyable, and I can definitely tell that I already like it quite a bit better than 17 Seconds and Faith. Those almost feel like almost felt like those were like a duo, and this is like its own thing because it's I feel like this is significantly better in multiple ways. Yeah, enjoying myself. Let's go to Cold. Great. Fantastic. That's one of my favorites so far. Um, I feel like this album it's actually going to be more like which songs do I not think are really good, which at this point maybe a short-term effect. Hanging Garden was good, but it didn't strike me a lot. And I like Siamese Twins and Figurehead as chill tracks. Strange Day had a nice tone to it as well. But Cold, I really liked that keyboard sound. That was pretty awesome. All right, last track, title track, Pornography. Dang. Album. All done. Great. Really good. Really good. Yeah. I think that's far better than 17 Seconds, far better than Faith. Very consistent, cohesive. Very clear tone, like mood-wise. Even though the band was not extremely clear at this point in time, they were quite screwed up, on the verge of collapse. But yeah, not a single bad track here, I feel. There's tracks on 17 Seconds and tracks on Faith that I could take or leave. This is pretty solid front to back. I definitely could see how this is considered, like, you know, second best Cure album. Very definitive goth rock sound as well. I dig it. I dig it. All right, well, stay tuned for the follow-up that I'll do at some point in the future. You know, a week, a month from now, who knows? But yeah, that was Pornography by The Cure. Really, really good album. Eager to kind of jump back into more of these tracks again on future listens. Yeah, solid. All right, so that's it, everybody. Stay tuned for the next album I will be doing, which will be The Head on the Door, which was their... I'm skipping the top, and I'm going to be doing The Head on the Door, which was 85, so jumping ahead 3 years. Unless there's this massive clamoring for me to do the top, I do not plan on doing it, because it kind of seems like, you know, whatever. It might be fine or acceptable, but I don't have a lot of interest in it. So unless there's an overwhelming clamor for it, I will be skipping it and going to The Head on the Door. Anyway, things to plug. Patreon.com/AlexHeitz. Head on over there if you would like to support the channel. I'd love to be able to go full-time with this stuff. $1 a month would be greatly appreciated. Lets you vote in polls that happen every 2 to 3 albums I listen to, just to kind of spice up what I'm doing, rather than just binging straight through artists. It kind of changes things up. And then also the Discord, link in the description for that. We have around 150 members over there. Lots of fun. Music recommendations, discussions, Topster charts, all of that stuff. And that's all I have for you. I hope you're all doing well, and I will catch you in the next video. Godspeed.